How's it going, guys? We are here with another episode of Stock versus Not. Today we are in another Tesla. It is our last Tesla. There's only two currently in the game. This one here is the Tesla Model S Signature Performance. I believe this is the 2012 car, I think. Yeah, 2012. So what is this car? It is an EV again. However, this one is a rear engine, rear wheel drive model, so this is just a single motor in the back, I would say. It's a L1S, not to be confused with the LS1. Two totally different things. 533 performance points, 410 horsepower, a chonker of a car being an EV at 4,400 pounds, sports hards tires. That's what we got going on in the stock form. As for the ranking board, it's going to go against, I think, its other Tesla friend here. Yep, it's going to go against the Model 3, which was a four-wheel drive model and weighed significantly lighter and also made more horsepower. I do not think this car has any way, is not going to be capable of making the top 20. I'm going to be completely honest with you. If you remember, I had a little bit of trouble just controlling the four-wheel drive model with the same tires, and I don't know how this car is going to handle. So, without further ado, let's go into the Model S Signature. Sorry, readjusting here. So, this interior, I would say, is a lot better than the Model 3s. I'm not a fan of the big old tablet in the middle and having absolutely nothing in front of you. I just think it's kind of dumb. Oh, forgot this car don't have good brakes. Oh, this one actually brakes a little better. And we do have, oh goodness, we do have a lot more oversteer coming from this car. Probably thanks to its rear-mounted engines, making this a dedicated rear-wheel drive monster. Probably not a bad car to drift if you can get it to do what you want it to do. Yeah, this thing is, with the torque being so instant, you have to be a little careful on the throttle, or else it's just gonna spin around on you like that. All right. And now that I think about it, oh, this actually reset me. Huh, look at that. Now that I think about it, I think I actually need to tweak my suspension tuning on the fully modified one, because I think I may have accidentally mimicked the four-wheel drive settings and have extreme amount of rear. That was a cool spin around. I have a lot of rear sway bar, which I think I need to move that to the front. But anyway, let's get two actual laps out of this car that are respectable. So, this car's a lot slower on the straights. I can tell you that for right now. Oh, man. These Teslas in stock form are not fun to drive in this game, I'll be quite honest with you. The Model 3 kind of sucked. This one is a lot worse. At least the instrument cluster is a lot cooler. It looks like it's a mixture of, like, the blue line looks like it's your speed, and then the red line is kind of like your tack in a sense, I guess, or throttle usage, or I guess what's it called in a electric car, like a potentiometer or something like that? I don't know, like throttle position. But yeah, so I guess red is like you're actually using the battery, and then green is its regen, I guess, when you recharge the brakes when you get off. Yeah, I mean, this car is, it's a car, just like the Model 3 was. The Model S, however, especially the new ones, like you can get those in the plaid, that's pretty nuts. But those are all-wheel drive and ready to rock. Yeah, this body style was still kind of a little weird looking to me. The front end just kind of, it just didn't do it for me. The backs are always cool for these Teslas, I'll give them that. But the fronts just didn't look right. Alright, let's go ahead and finish off this stock lap. We'll hop in to a quote-unquote fully modified one. 1 minute 1 minute.171 for the Model S performance. Where does that put us on here? I don't think, yeah, it's not even get us on here. Possibly, but it is what it is. Let's go ahead and swap cars here. So what do we have now? We have a little more horsepower at 434, making 643 performance points. Yeah, let's go in here real quick. Let's just get a little more front bar just to kind of not die in turns, and hopefully that kind of plants it a little bit there. Okay, so yeah, I mean, kind of just like the other one. No engine mods, just the ECU, all the weight savings things, and that's about it. Suspension and brakes and tires, racing soft tires. Ranking board. This is going to fall under the 700 one, which means we are going against the almighty Toyota Alphard, whatever. That made a 51-second lap at 708 horsepower. I do not think this car is going to do it. Let's kind of scroll down here. I hope it beats the SFR. Is it going to beat the NSX? I don't know. The Honda S660. I'm not sure if it's going to beat that one. But we shall find out. Let's stop here real quick, show you what this car looks like. Yeah, the front end, that whole little circular black part, not a big fan of it. The newer ones with like the full like color match, I think looks a lot better. TE the world, big wing, you know the deal. Okay, let's go. Floor it. This is the quietest episode of Stock versus Not. I apologize. So, with the modified computer, we now get to 130 miles per hour on this front straight instead of like that 120 or whatever we were at. This car handles turn one beautifully. Let's go through here. Just like the Model 3, this car takes to modifying. It just takes to it. It is fantastic now. Don't clip the grass or you'll do that though. Why do I always jinx myself with stuff like that? Okay. Alright, let's do this again. Dealer lap complete. Would I ever drive a Tesla as a daily driver? Probably not. Why? Because it doesn't fit my current lifestyle / needs. I understand electric cars. Am I the biggest fan of them? No. But also, I have a reason why I can't really go for electric. Number one, I drive too much. I know, like, oh, you can just charge at home. No, like, I will be charging basically all the time. Yeah, so that's kind of the first thing there. I drive too much. I'd like take road trips, and there's a whole argument about, oh, like, you know, they tell you where to park up and blah blah blah. And here's my thing: when I go on a road trip, I'm not trying to spend my time at rest stops and, you know, take breaks and stuff. Like those like superchargers or fast chargers where they're like, oh, like you'll be, you know, you're sitting there for, 25, 30 minutes or whatever it may be, 15 minutes at that. Now, if I'm stopping to refuel, I will stop to refuel and I want to be out. Like, I don't want to have to sit around, wait for my battery to fully charge. And like, I've had people even argue like, oh, you can go inside, get a drink, get some coffee, get some food. that's just another expense that I don't want to have while I'm on my trip. Like, let me just get my gas, which, you know, although it might be expensive right now, that's all I'm here to get. I'm here to get gas. Okay, I'll walk in, get a water bottle for, you know, a couple bucks, and I'm out. I'm not trying to make it a whole day ordeal just to get fuel, gas, and recharge myself. So that's my thing. Like, I really don't care for sitting here. I don't want to sit around and wait for it to charge if I'm on a road trip. As for daily usage, yeah, so I basically drive close to about almost like 150 miles a day. If we're doing, what, these cars get around 300 miles or so on a full charge, that's basically using half the battery every day in driving, which means that I'm practically going to have that thing plugged in as soon as possible when I get home. I don't know what the current, whatever the, was it, kilowatt per hour rate is, or whatever it may be, but at this point, you know, I always get these like things where it's like beat the peak time when to save on your electric bill and blah blah blah. By the time I get home, I'm using all my electricity at peak time. Like, that's like 6 o'clock when everyone else wants to use their lights, AC, microwave, TV, you name it, computers. It just doesn't fit what I want, what my lifestyle. Now, if I live closer to work, for instance, my commute was something of like, I don't know, 25 miles or so. Would I consider an electric car? Probably. Maybe not Tesla. I would probably search around a little bit more, see if there's any other. I'll probably go, honestly, I'd probably do Polestar first. The Volvo electric vehicle. I like those, but I'd have to get over the whole nausea fact of driving EVs first, because that's definitely a no-go if I'm trying to drive them. Alright, there we go, 5 laps. Best lap was at 52.987. As I just rambled about EVs again. Where does that put us on the leaderboard here? Yep, it beat the NSX, and it's just behind the GT86. So, not a bad lap at all. That concludes our stock versus not segment on the Tesla models. The next one will be somewhere in the European segment. Not sure what it is yet, but anyways, I'm going to shut up now, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.